Your Honor, Justice Mwangiru, News Court is in session, the court of public interest, prosecuting matters that matter to you. My lords and ladyship, some of you have been victims of quacks. You did not see their quacking coming, so you did not duck. From the latest ongoings in the public eye, this court seeks to understand the fakeness more and just see what it does to you, Kenyans. For our initial insights and scene setting, this court invites Ngina Kirori to make the opening submissions.
Justice Mwangiru, I would like to paint a picture. You are unwell and desperate. Then you get someone who appears to be a source of solace and freedom. So you invest and it ends up being a quack on the other end of your hope. This picture is even more articulately painted through the story shared by Daniel and Nelly Mwangiru.
I needed to go to where the kidney was, which was go to India, and eventually that is how I got to meet Macharia. I got to meet him in July this year. Macharia introduced himself as a medical doctor, but when we started the process of the tests, that is the time that we realized that he was doing the things the other way around. He was not systematic. For example, he started with the tissue matching instead of starting with a general health check of the patient. And that is the time that we started to ask ourselves, why is he not as systematic as he needed to be, as a normal doctor would? When eventually we got everything that he was asking, like for example, he was asking us to do the documentations, the paperwork, which we did, which included the affidavits. We did the visas, which we did. We got a little bit curious and started to check the validity of the traveling documents. At the time that we realized that the visas which he had brought, the QR code was not allocated, and so we started to doubt if they were really genuine. When we asked him about the tickets, he also had not proof about their validity. We did a report at Kasarani police station, and upon reporting, we told them that we had agreed to meet with Macharia on that day that he was arrested. It was a roller coaster of emotions for not just myself, but for my wife and for the people, family and friends, because you can imagine us raising the money and expecting that shortly after we'd be traveling to India, and that the problems that I've been ailing from will be sorted out. So it was like at one point you're so near the health solution that you are so eager waiting for, and then suddenly that goal and that hope is so far away from you.
The focus has now been diverted from concentrating on what makes him better to again going back to the drawing board of how do you raise the finances, as well as having to deal with the court cases. You know, that is very, very draining. But we have come to the conclusion that we have to do whatever needs to be done for us to bridge this gap, whether to get rid of the things, some of the things that God has given to us. We'd have to sell some of that, then we bridge the financial gap. The emotional gap, we are each other's strength and God in the midst of it all. If it gets to the point where we feel emotionally we can't cope, obviously we seek medical help. We've talked about that as well. For some reason, I think God has had mercy on me. My readings have shown that I'm stable at the moment, but I'll still need the procedure going on as soon as possible. So that has affected me, obviously, in a big way, emotionally. Like I've said, it's been very emotive. You know, starting the whole process again is a very complicated process, and more so looking for money, thinking about where to get the money to bridge the gap that has already been created.
it doesn't matter how long it takes. It has taken us the least unlikely people for Macharia to get caught. We don't live here in the country. He's been conning other people, as we have learned. And it is through us that he got caught and is now in custody. So whatever you're doing, you will get caught. And the pain that you cause, their prayer and their cry in secret will reach a generation. Save yourself and save your generation from the pain that you cause to other people. It's really not worth it.